I've always been intrigued by the ability to help people that are hurting in the hospital. I've been a patient in the hospital a number of times. I know what it's like to be in a bed, helpless, not able to talk or move. And as a pastor for 35 years, I've been heavily involved with hospital work.
I'd served on church staffs as a music minister for about 15 years. In churches, you deal a lot with groups. And in chaplaincy, I get to see a lot of individual people. I'm drawn to chaplaincy because of that.
I've always wanted to be in a position where I get to work with and serve others. My background is in higher education and working with students in that setting, and I stepped away from higher education to come work here. And I didn't know that I would be working so closely with pastoral care, but the way that our programs work together and feed off of each other and just meet each other's needs couldn't be more beautiful and couldn't be more impactful for our community here at UMC.
The average day has so many highs and lows. We're involved heavily with counseling, words of encouragement. My team, they all run right out onto the floor.
We see patients on the floor, we minister to staff. And I think just knowing that there's a chaplain presence around to know that they can reach out to us is really beneficial.
I have volunteer and then I have guest services. Guest services, anything can pop up, from having to take someone upstairs or helping someone find their loved one in the hospital. And then volunteering is a really great way to give back to your community, and I think it ties back really perfectly to service is our passion. These folks show up and they do a very selfless job. They're not paid to be here, but they're here every single week, and I think that says a lot about not just UMC, but the Lubbock community.
The better the staff are taken care of, the better the patient care is. We do staff educations, we do replenishment sessions.
Every staff member here is allowed to have 12 visits with a counselor. I find that most of us don't realize how much we need someone just to talk to, and they're there for that. They're experts. We have moments of great joy where we laugh together, and we have moments where it is rather difficult, but that's partly what God's called us to be there for people that are hurting.
We're used to being the ones supporting patients and families in their time of medical crisis or medical need, but it's a totally different story when you're the one on the other side of it. My wife found a lump in her breast back in January of 2024. As you know, when you receive some hard medical news, your world just stops. And the support that we had, it further solidified really why I do what I do, because I know the feeling and the need and how important that is to have people walk alongside you, because I know that we needed that. Thankfully, there was a complete pathological response. The medicine worked, but I know not everybody is that fortunate.
It's not uncommon for the administrations to say, can I get a chaplain on such and such a floor? Someone's going on comfort care, can you come?
No One Dies Alone is a program where medical students, and a lot of people that are medical students, people that just associate with the hospital, can go and sit with patients as they're dying. They're put on DNR, and we just sit with them, provide comfort, talk to them, play music. I think it's important because I think it's something we all want. Everybody wants that for them. Nobody wants to be dying alone and scared and worried about those kinds of things, and it's important to provide support for people.
The No One Dies Alone program guarantees that no one will transition from this life to the next alone. And it also points to the sacredness of life, how valuable life is. I would say that everyone on the team believe that people are valuable. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a unique role. We see this as our mission, our calling, our passion to get out there and to help others.
Getting to work with Ernie and his team is just amazing, and seeing the work that they do, it's just really meaningful, and it makes me want to be a better person, and it makes me want to show up and be better than I was the day before.
I love UMC. It is a wonderful place to work. It's not just an organization, a hospital, it's a family.